Bully had Gaitov seized and taken to a small island out in the lake. There he had him bound to a post with his bare back turned outwards. Then he had him flogged until the flesh was stripped from his bones. The saga doesn't shy away from the brutality of the punishment. Gaitov is flogged so severely that the flesh is stripped from his back. He is left on the island, exposed to the elements, to die a slow and agonizing death. In the Lexdala saga, they write, Gaitov was left there for a long time, and no one tended to his wounds. He died there on the island, and his body was never recovered. This incident, though fictional, perhaps, highlights the absolute power that Viking masters held over their slaves. Gaitov's punishment was disproportionate to his offense, driven by Bully's anger and his desire to assert his dominance. It serves as a reminder of the vulnerability of slaves and the potential for abuse within this system. As Stefan Brink notes in the book Slavery in the Viking Age, he writes, the legal and social status of slaves in the Viking world placed them entirely at the mercy of their owners. While there were some customary limitations on the treatment of slaves, ultimately a master could punish a slave as they saw fit, even to the point of death. The story of Gaitov's punishment is a disturbing one, but it's important to acknowledge these darker aspects of Viking history. While not every slave experienced such brutality, the potential for abuse was inherent in the slave system. Despite the hardships they faced, slaves in Dublin found ways to maintain their humanity and resist their captivity. They formed communities, shared their cultural traditions, and even found ways to express their defiance through music, art, and religion. In the book, The Archaeology of Slavery, Jolanda Moses, the author, writes, even in the face of oppression and dehumanization, enslaved people found ways to maintain their cultural identity and resist their captivity. They created their own communities, preserved their traditions, and found ways to express their humanity through music, art, and religion. While the archaeological and historical record provide glimpses into the lives of slaves in Dublin, it's important to remember that their experiences were diverse and complex. Some slaves may have endured unimaginable hardship and cruelty, while others may have found ways to negotiate their position within Viking society and even gain a degree of autonomy. Stefan Brink, in his comprehensive study of slavery called Slavery in the Viking Age, writes, the lives of slaves were undoubtedly difficult, but they were not uniform. Some slaves may have experienced extreme hardship and brutality, while others may have enjoyed a relatively comfortable existence, depending on their masters, their skills, and their roles in society.